I know that it is already the end of January and I'm only just making this video, but I didn't want to make it for the sake of making it. A month ago, I wanted to really take my time and think of absolutely everything that I wanted to work towards super intentional. And I wanted it to really make sense for my life, where I am right now and what I want to achieve this year. So, welcome to my 2023 reset. My name is Andy. If you're new here, I'm a South African flight attendant. Let's get right into it. I'm going to try to stay short and sweet with this video, and I want to make my vision board, which I've also been working on over the last month. I think I started it actually in mid-December, but I'm still not done because I just take my time with these things. I also don't feel like there's any reason to feel guilty for only thinking about your 2023 goals now at the end of the first month of the year. Some of us take longer than others. We're not all on the same schedule, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Case in point. So if you want to reset with me, then go ahead, grab a pen, grab a notebook, grab a drink. I'm having some ice water because, you know, hydration and whatever. No, my Coke Zero is just not cold. If you saw my first vlog of this year, I did mention that my word of the year is discipline, and that is still very much true. I really need to work on being disciplined enough to do the things that help me get to my goals regardless of what mood I'm in, and be consistent with that. So please let me know in the comments what your word of the year is. I'd be really interested and keen, and let me know at least just one of your goals, one thing that you want to work towards achieving this year. My goals are in 5 different buckets. I've slowly been making a list here on my iPad, so I will put this on the screen as well if you want to see it better. But I've got 5 buckets. I've got career, business, financial, health and wellness, and personal. Starting off with career, you guys know I'm a flight attendant. However, this job is not necessarily permanent, although I'm going into the year with the utmost, call it blind optimism if you will, that it is something that is going to continue, and it is something that I'm not going to have to worry about anytime soon. So in saying that, my main goal with my career in terms of my flight attendant career is to become a senior cabin crew member. I've been flying for, this will be my 6th year flying, and I'm still not a senior cabin crew member just because life lifed me up for a bit there. I think my goal was just put on pause a little bit. And for us in South Africa, the way it works to become senior, there needs to be a senior cabin crew member position open in your company. You need to apply for it, you need to interview for it, and then you need to do training for it in order to be seen as a senior cabin crew member. It comes with a pay upgrade as well, so I'm really motivated. Will my company be hiring senior cabin crew members this year? I have no idea, and if they don't, it is completely out of my control. However, I do want to work on putting myself in the best position to be a good candidate for it should the opportunity arise. My second career goal this year is to pass all 8 of the UNISA modules that I am registered for. I am currently studying communication sciences through UNISA, an online school here in South Africa. I have this year and next year left before I graduate, because my first couple of years I just didn't take enough subjects. I was taking it very easy, and then I think next year should be my last 8 modules and I should be done if all goes well. I don't necessarily want to get into communications after this. Like, when I have my degree, it's literally just a backup in case something like COVID ever happens again, because when COVID happened, I was left not knowing where to go, what to do, because all of my experience was only in the hospitality and tourism and flying industry, and those were the industries that were hit the hardest by the pandemic. So I just want to have a plan B. If I'm able to go into the communication sector within aviation, then maybe, I don't know if that would even be possible, you know, but this is just one of those things I really want to do, to have a plan B in case shit ever hits the fan again. Onto the business stuff. I want to create 4 sets of hand-drawn stickers for Winglet, my Etsy store, this year. A lot of my designs are created on like Photoshop and Pixlr, just online editors and things. But one of the reasons I got this iPad was because I really want to get into drawing more. I have a diploma in fashion design, so I really enjoy sketching and drawing artwork and stuff, and being creative and having a creative outlet. And my stickers sell pretty well on my Etsy store, but I just want to create a few like collections of hand-drawn stickers. So I really want to create 4 sets of 4 stickers 4 to 5 stickers each on my Etsy store that people can buy, like a flight attendant bulk like sticker set, a girl power thing, or like a fitness thing, or like believing in yourself, that kind of thing. Secondly, I want to reach 5,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Last year at some point, I remember being so anti having a number in mind for my goals, but I realized that without a number I tend to feel a little bit aimless. Like, I know I want to improve in something, but if there's no like select target number I'm trying to reach, then chances are it's just gonna sort of fade into the background for me in terms of my priorities and stuff. But I really want to hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube this year, and you know what, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. This is the first time I've actually truly full on just believed that this is something I can do. Usually I'm very self-critical, which is something that I'm still gonna bring up again a little bit later, something I need to work on, but this is definitely a top priority and goal that I really want to achieve this year. And then last, for business, I want to create more short form video content. So I want to create more TikToks, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. This is going to play into helping me reach my subscribers that I want to reach on my YouTube, but also at the same time, it's just, I actually enjoy scrolling through those apps. I enjoy the little creative apps. I can't tell you how many sounds and videos that I've saved that I'm just so interested in also recreating that I just have never gotten around to doing. So this year I'm trying. I'm going to definitely try to be a lot more active on those other platforms, even if it's literally the exact same video and I just share it on my TikTok, my shorts, and my reels. At least I want to be doing more of that. For financials, I want to start an investment property project. I don't think I've spoken about this online at all before, but I do have a piece of property that my dad is letting me kind of do what I want with back in Underberg, and this is the year that I really want to start moving forward with that. It's something that I want to at least start looking into. How much does an architect cost? What am I going to need if I want to build, and what kind of things do I want to build? Like, you know, all of these things that go into investment property, because it's part of my like retirement plan long term. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully start working towards that. Next, I want to save the full allowed tax-free savings account amount this year. I think each year in South Africa you're allowed to save 36,000 Rand in your tax-free savings account. Then I also want to save up at least 70% of my niece's school fees for next year. I was really good about that last year, is that I had already saved up pretty much all of my school fees for this year by the end of last year. So I want to do that again, so that next year I'm not like having to pay each month for my school fees and stuff like that. Lastly, I want to start saving for future celebrations, and part of this is, even, I know this sounds weird and I don't know if I should mention this, like I want to start saving for like my future wedding, but also just celebrations that happen in life I want to start saving for. I don't think it's very smart to start saving for a wedding when you're engaged. Like, if it's something that you want to do, if it's something that you want your life to go in that direction, then I think it's fairly smart to start saving for it little by little earlier on rather than later. Even if it's literally 500 Rand a month that I'm able to put away, then that's fine. But also, this isn't just specifically for like my wedding. It's if one of my friends is getting married and there's a bridal shower and I need to buy her a gift, or if I'm attending someone else's wedding, or if I never get married, then I can use it to go on the trip of a lifetime through Europe or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to save for that like big event in my life, if that makes sense. I don't know, like I don't think it really makes sense, but but I want to start saving for big events. Let me call it that rather. I want to start saving for big events. Let me not say just my future wedding, because Keegan's gonna freak out when he sees this video if I call it that. Then for health and wellness, I want to grow closer in my friendships. I want to show up, catch up, and support all of my friends. This is something I think we all could work on a little bit. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm terrible at responding to WhatsApps immediately, and being a flight attendant and most of my friends also working in industries that aren't like typical 9-to-5s, we respond when we have energy is pretty much what it comes down to. Like, we aren't the best at responding immediately unless obviously it's something super important, but I really want to work on being intentional with my friendships, spending as much quality time with the people that I really care about whenever I am home, whenever I'm around them, putting in the energy to actually make those plans and show up for those plans. And if they're going through anything, make sure that I'm supportive of them, even if I just do a WhatsApp call and let them vent to me more, you know, then I want to definitely be present and do more of that this year. And I mention this because I think that it is so good for my soul. It is so good for my mental well-being as well, when I feel like I have like a good support system. Definitely the most important for me is my mental health, and that's why this is one of my goals. I think this year I want to get below 70 kgs. As long as I get below 70 kgs, I'll actually be very happy. I used to be, I think, 65 kgs when I first moved to Joburg, and that was almost 6 years ago. So I want to just get below 70 kgs this year. Thirdly, I would like to work on being less self-critical. I am very self-critical. I was talking to somebody about my channel the other day, and he asked me like, oh, how many subscribers do you have? And I was like, oh, I only have 3,200, you know? And he was like, Annie, that's a lot of people. Like, can you imagine that many people in a room and you have to speak to them and they all tell you that they love you and they are investing their time and energy into you? Like, that's a lot of people. I need to work on having a different perspective when it comes to the things that I don't think I'm good enough at, or the things that I don't think I'm doing well enough, you know? So definitely need to work on that. Next, I'd like to achieve clearer skin. I'm working on that, and I'm so far happy with the progress. I'm wearing a little bit of makeup right now, but I'm seeing good progress with that. Excited to just be more consistent with it, following what my doctor is saying, and also following my skincare routine and everything like that. And just, you know, having, I think I mentioned it last year, is like I can't wait for the day I can get away with not wearing foundation and having such clear skin that it looks like I'm wearing foundation, you know? I want to have that like melanin glow, that beautiful chocolate skin that's just, oh, flawless and everything. Like if I could just show up looking like this but without any foundation on, that would be boss status right there. Hopefully drinking more water will help with that as well. And then lastly, I'd like to limit eating out, which kind of goes hand in hand with losing some weight. But I know that I have this habit of, whenever I'm back in South Africa, because there's not a lot of fast food restaurants here in Sudan where I am majority of the year, whenever I'm home, like, I tend to just make more excuses to not like cook at home and stuff, and I'd rather go out to eat because I missed going to Nando's. So like every other day I want Nando's and I want chicken licken and all these good tasty foods. So I really need to work on limiting eating out. I don't have a really big problem with that while I'm here in Sudan, but definitely when I'm home it's a big thing. And then for my personal bucket, I need to work on decluttering. I feel like I have a lot of things, you know, just why do I have so many things? Do I use all of them? Probably not, but I like all of these things, but I need to really sit down, figure it out. I don't necessarily want to become a whole minimalist, but I definitely want to just reduce the clutter that is in my life. I also want to work on having some really good quality Keegan time when I'm back home. So what's really nice is that whenever I am home, Keegan makes sure to take his leave while I'm home, so we at least have a handful of days together where he doesn't have to work, I don't have to work, and we get to just really catch up. So I'm excited to do more of that this year. Third, I would like to read 6 books. I am not an avid reader. I have just gotten back into reading and I'm really enjoying it so far, but I also know that with my studies and with trying to be more active on YouTube and stuff, the chances of me being able to finish like 1 book a week is absolutely impossible. Like, that's not even, I'm not even putting that on my radar. It's not possible. I don't think even if I didn't have all of these things going on that I would want to do that, you know. I'm not that much of a reader, but I enjoy a good book every now and again. And then lastly, I would like to improve my sleep. Somehow this kind of aligns with reading the 6 books because I enjoy reading like a chapter of a book just before bed because it helps me wind down. I'm really trying to reduce my screen time and like scrolling or watching YouTube while lying in bed when I'm trying to fall asleep and stuff. So I think reading books should help with that. I also, just as a last note, I wrote here at the bottom that I want 2023 to be the year that I keep the promises I make to myself and celebrate my achievements, big or small, as if I'm my own bestie and biggest cheerleader. Next, I want to chat about my vision board for 2023. I've started working on it. and I've actually worked on it on my phone, I think. So I need to complete it. I currently still have my 2022 vision board as my phone lock screen, but I'm working on the new one for both my phone and for my iPad wallpaper. So I'm gonna do that now quickly, then I'll come back and explain it to you guys. Like I said, I've been working on it little by little, but I'm also always constantly changing a picture or looking for a different picture of inspiration and stuff. I just figure the best way for me moving forward is to not be so literal with my vision board, because when I do try to be literal, it ends up kind of making me anxious and kind of freaking me out more than anything. So this vision board this year has a few like literal things that I really want to see happen, but it's also more of an aesthetic vision board, just what I want my year to look like through aesthetic lenses, you know? So I'm gonna work on that quickly, and then I'll come back and show you guys.
Wish I could say I was finally over you.
Here's my overall vision board on my iPad. I'll show you guys what it looks like on my phone in a second. But it's basically the same idea. I just maybe moved a few of the pictures around for the different dimensions on my phone. But if we zoom in, we've got the camera, of course, the matcha, which we love. We have the 30, because I plan on having a 30th birthday party this year, where I didn't have pictures of myself. I just found somebody that looks somewhat like me. So this girl is supposed to be showing like the self-care, the glowing skin, just the taking care of myself, my skin, my hair, my health. We got the discipline, which is the word of the year. We got some fitness to remind me to keep moving. I've got this attitude this year that I am blessed, I am grateful, I'm consistent, and I am confident. So I've got that spread out all over. I have a little map here to show that I'd really love to travel, but it's zoomed in on Europe. It's zoomed in on Europe. I don't know if I'll make it to Europe this year, but I just want to go somewhere outside of South Africa. That would be great. I've got this little flower doodle to show like my creative side and everything, a book for reading. This is my future subscriber count right there because I will get to 5K. We've got a random lady named Sue and her senior cabin crew member name badge. I got a sunset because we just love sunsets, and I really want to focus on taking more photos this year. So we've got that, and then this lady in bed just to remind me to get more sleep, get good quality sleep, and to try to get some really good rest in between the busy days. But yeah, that's the full vision board on my iPad. As far as the one on my phone, it looks very similar. It's got the same idea overall. I just added a couple of extra quotes on this one, but yeah, pretty much the same thing. I'm very excited about these, and I'm very excited about this year. And so that's my vision board, and those are my goals for this year. Let me know once again in the comments, please, what your word of the year is, or just one goal that you'd really like to work on, even just making progress towards achieving this coming year. I wish absolutely all the best for you. I hope you have the best rest of your day. Thank you so much for spending the last few minutes on my corner of the internet and resetting with me. Hopefully I helped you get a few ideas on certain things that you can work towards. I'm super excited to read you guys' comments, because maybe there's things that I missed, maybe there's something that I could find a new direction on. And obviously things like these vision boards can change in 2 months and 8 months, and I'm really not being super strict about them, so I'm just excited. In the next one I will be going over my February goals specifically, where I'll be dissecting my actionable steps that I'll be taking towards achieving these goals. So yeah, stick around for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's make this a thing. I'm actually really motivated and determined to make monthly reset videos this year, so hopefully you guys will be joining me in them and updating me on the progress of your goals. Hopefully it's a good year. Good night, guys. Bye.
You give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign.